All right, people. We've got the situation that says, finally, after 8 years, we got the door on the shed. Now, the last thing I got to do to this thing is put a little wood or tin on it. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go with it, but this is the last piece here up at the top that's got a little CDX that's got to come off. The barn used to have wood on it. As you see inside here, the wood slats, that was for the upright wood going up and down, but I used them for, I left the slats on for purlins. So now what we've got is the situation that says we have a slider door, okay? And I'll give you a little rundown on it. This was all put together with Kreg joints. Okay, that's fully open. And what I did is I set the hangers far enough back in the upper cord so that, as you see, the door is fully opened. We have, like, I want to say it's 52 inches wide. So that's going to be a game changer. What we'll do is that's going to keep our wood nice and dry when it starts snowing. If it ever does snow this winter, I mean, look at the grass. This is New Year's Eve in upstate New York. Hard to believe. But that's the situation there. You see how the rollers work? They just go through the bottom of the, you got to drill right straight through that 2x6. They recommend a 2x6, which I would as well. But and there it is. That is the sliding barn door. Really, really easy. I mean, literally a monkey could put this together. So if you're thinking, man, that's a hard job to do, it really isn't. You know, I use 3 of them upper brackets. It's like the hardware is the most expensive part of it. I want to say the box channel was 52 or 48. Excuse me, 48. And those little tie down pieces that bolt right to the studs up top that hold the box rail on the building, those were 12 bucks a piece. And then the hangers kit and the rollers were 65. And that was all purchased at Tractor Supply Store. So the next step is to go to Lowe's or Home Depot. I actually like Home Depot better. But I'm going to go to Home Depot and go ahead and get me some couple panels. I might even use them plastic panels just until the because I've got to travel here Monday, but just until spring. And then what I'm going to do is probably put I'm thinking I want to have it wood where it's a little beefier, you know. But it's all put together with the Kreg joints. I don't know if you can see that here, but the Kreg joints, if you set it right, it goes perfectly where it centers inside the 1.5 inches. You can set the Kreg for it so that the screw goes perfectly into the center of it. And then on the back side, I've got 3. I know you want to see it, so I'll just show it to you. So there's 3 on the back, and then you stagger the holes and put 2 on the front. And that's a pretty sturdy system. So if you're thinking the Kreg joint for a project, I would highly recommend it. You're just going to want to use the good screws. You're going to want to use good screws, and you're going to want to use the screws that they sell you for the Kreg, because or if you have cabinet screws, which have like a washer built into the screw, that would be the situation, because where that goes through, you want to have it bite in, not pull through. You want to have it seat and pull the 2 pieces together rather than have it just pull through the pine. All right, so there we are, people. We are getting her fixed up, and we're getting her ready for winter, so to speak. And as you see, I've got 2 more pieces of wood out back that I've got to go pull in here, which will probably fill this last row up. And that will be 10 cord in this little shed with enough room to I've got to repair that hole, matter of fact. Come spring, there's 2 holes there. I dropped some heavy steel on it and it busted through one time, but that's the deal. We'll get this filled up, and then it can snow all it wants, because the other deal is we'll be going through that other wood on the side of the boiler, and then this will be ready for anything, you know, come February, March, we'll have plenty of wood. But there it is. I know you want to see it slide one more time. Now what I did here, here's the other thing. They sell you, they give you these little caps for the end, but there's no way to fasten them. So what I did, okay, and let me get a ladder to show you exactly what I did, because I know you're going to want to see it up close and personal. I know you're going to want to see it. Now what I did was I drilled a hole through the box channel. And you see that there's a carriage bolt here. So I drilled through and put that nut and washer. But you see how that's got a square notch in it? The two holes on either side of this metal they sell you, or sell you with the kit, is a perfectly round hole. So what I did is I have a small box file, and I just filed it top and bottom and sides until I got that square notch for a carriage bolt, and that's how that's holded. That's held like that. And then you go ahead and just tighten the back side. And I mean, there's a bird's eye view of it. That box rail is really not a bad system. Now, a lot of people will turn around and put a piece of flashing here. But, I mean, I'm not living in the shed, for God's sakes, you know. But it'll stay plenty dry. It stayed plenty dry in there except the doorway opening for the last 8 years. So, you ain't got no problems. You see how it comes through? And then with these here, you can, these swivel. But you want to swivel it, that little arch to the back. That way it pushes the door away from your building a little bit. And then there's a double nut style program there. You just kind of, they're jam nuts. So you jam them up. And you can adjust the door. But I think I got I put it right on top of the, where the gable is on the end wall. And put a level on it. And she's pretty level. I mean, this does kind of move a little bit inside the fasteners. So it isn't like it's got to be 100% bolted down like you're bolting a frame down on something, but she's on. They ain't going nowhere. Now, if the door was sagging this way or that way, you can take and adjust this and get it perfect, but I think I've got it all set already. Well, there we go. Hope you enjoyed the little review on the barn door.